If your child is born in the USA and you are an Indian and you want to know the process how to do a fresh OCI application, then this video is a must watch. The OCI application actually does not start with applying at the website. It actually starts with accumulating all the documents and preparing them so that it could be accepted by the Government of India website. So if you don't know about it, let me tell you first that there is a website called VFS Global where you have to log in, and there you get all the information that I'm going to share with you today. Sometimes it becomes a little daunting for people to do the whole process by themselves because it is about photo taking. For minors, it is even difficult to take a signature or thumbprints, and the documentation, that is a little different. So I will divide the whole series of OCI application into 4 to 5 different videos, and I will put all the videos into one playlist and put that playlist in the description box. In this way, you'll be saving around $200 because VFS Global charges around $200 to help you to fill up the application form. So just to keep it short, today's video will be regarding documentation. I will give you a checklist of the documents that will be also linked in the description. So make sure after watching this video that you go to the description box and check out all the links, because all the links and all the downloads are very important for you. But still, I will walk you through each of the documents that we will need because there are minute details which I have to share with you. For that reason, do not miss any part of this video. Second, I will tell you that what are the external forms that you need to download and from where you need to download it. Third, I'll talk about the sorting of documents and saving of documents. And lastly, it will be about self-attestation of documents and notarization of documents. But before I go into further details, it's my request that please subscribe to this channel because this video itself is going to save you around $200 US. If you have any further question after watching this whole video, you can ask me in the comment section and I will be very happy to help you. So actually, I did a lot of research for my daughter's fresh OCI application. So I thought, why not share my experience with you and tell you exactly how you can get your OCI without spending anything. To make it more easy for you, I have divided the documentation part into 3 parts. One for the minor for whom you are applying, and the other 2 parts are for the parents. Okay, so here if I talk about the parents, I am talking about both the parents. So I will not take the father and the mother in 2 different scenarios. I will just talk about parents as one. First, let's start with the documents of the minor. For the minor, you will need his or her passport. So before applying OCI for the minor, you must have their passport. The second thing is their US birth certificate. 2 other things are also required in form of documentation. I will call it documentation for the minor is the baby's photograph that we will talk about in the next part, but that is what we will need. We will also need the thumb impression of the baby because assuming that the baby is under 1 year old, though minor means anybody who is under 18. So if somebody is under 18, the process will be little different because they can do their signature. But here I am talking about newborns or babies who cannot sign by their own. For them, it will be their thumb impression. So these will be documented as well. But about the thumb impression, how to take it, how to resize every file, the soft copy, I will tell you in my next segment of this video, like the second video. Now moving to the parents, we have to give an evidence of Indian origin of the parents. For that, you can give their Aadhaar card, Indian Aadhaar card, or the Indian passport of the parents. Then the marriage certificate of the parents is also required. If your marriage certificate is in other language other than English, then you need to get it translated into English. The next parents document is the passport. I have already talked about the passport as proof of Indian origin. So in case you're giving Aadhaar card over there, you can give your passport again. Actually, for OCI application, it's best that you give more and more documents to establish the relationship of the minor with India. Next document which you will need is proof of current address. That will be your address in the USA. You can provide anything like an utility bill or a state ID or anything which has your current home address. But you know what I have seen that if you provide a utility bill, your child's name won't be present over there because he or she is a minor. So in that case, your state tax return is also valid, because when you file your returns, you get all the names of the family members in that paper, and you also have your home address written over there. Next document is the visa of the parents, the US visa on which they are here living in the USA. The other documents that you will require is the state ID, which could be your driving license or non-driving license. And if you have your Indian driving license, you can provide that along with the US state ID as well. You can also provide other documents like I-94 or anything of that sort, which documents you're in and out from USA. Now let's move on to the third part, which are the forms that you need to download. All the links of these forms will be present in the description box. You can get it from there. The first form is parental authorization form. Just because we are applying for a minor, that is why this parental authorization form comes into play. The next form is affidavit in lieu of originals. That means all the photocopies that I have just told you about the documents, all the photocopies are original. So there will be a form in which you have to list down all the names of the documents that you are providing as a proof. And then at the end you have to sign over there. The next form will be undertaking by the OCI applicant. Here, just because she is a minor, that is why any of the parent can sign this form. The last form will be the consent letter, in which any of the parent can sign. Through this letter, we will be authorizing the OCI documentation department to arrange and rearrange our documents as they will need during this process. They will not be making any kind of changes in the application, but they can just shuffle our documents. Now let me tell you how to save these documents in a soft copy and hard copy, and then I will tell you about the notarization part and the self-attestation. So first of all, we need to have the exact soft copy and hard copy of each document. So first of all, take all of these documents and scan them one by one. After scanning, create a folder on your computer and then save all those documents into the same folder. Name each of the document for your ease and save it as PDF. Make sure that each document is not more than 1000 KB. While printing these documents, make sure that you are printing on just one side of the page and you are not printing both sides of the document on one page. For example, you are printing your driving license and you want to print the front of the driving license as well as the back of it. So you have to take two papers in this case and then scan both the parts in two different paper. You cannot do it in one paper on either or one side. After taking all the printout, sort out these documents and keep it in one Ziploc file. I use a plastic document folder. I will also link that product in the description. It's very easy and handy, and it saves all your document from any spillage or leakage of liquids. Now let's come to the self-attestation and notarization part. You have to self-attest all the documents that you have taken a printout of except the forms. So who will do the self-attestation? For example, if the document is of the child, for example, the birth certificate or the passport of the child, then it will be any of the parent. Like if the father is signing all the documents in behalf of the child, then the father will do their full signature on those photocopies of the documents of the baby. When it comes to the mother's document, the mother will sign on her copies, and when it comes to the father, his documents will be signed by the father himself. Now let's talk about notarization part. Now all the forms which you will be downloading from the description box, those forms will be notarized. Okay. So you have to search your nearest UPS center where notarization is done, or you can also search notarization near me and you will find this notarization which is done in UPS. For me it was UPS. I don't know if any other company is there, but UPS do notarization. So you can call them and ask that what time this notarization service is available. What you can do is take the printout of the forms, fill in all the details, but do not sign those forms. You have to sign those forms in front of the notary officer. Be sure to also carry all the original documents and the photocopy of the documents. Only then the notary officer will notarize your documents. In case of current address proof, if you are providing your utility bill, then that need to get notarized as well. So make sure that along with the forms, you are also taking your utility bill for notarization. So here we complete the documentation part for your OCI application for minor. In my next video, I will talk about how to take a photograph of a baby, how to size that photograph, and then I will also talk about how to take the thumb impression of your child and how to resize that thumb impression to match the requirements of OCI. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like. If you have any question regarding form filling or anything else that I just discussed in this video, let me know in the comments below. See you in my next. Till then, bye.